Have you ever felt drawn to a place you've never seen? A place that tugs at your curiosity, even though you know almost nothing about it? For me, that place was Tajikistan, a rugged jewel in Central Asia, quietly waiting to be discovered. It's a country that sits at the crossroads of ancient civilizations, yet remains a mystery to most travelers. It's not a country that makes headlines, but its mountains and ancient stories called to me. The silence of its valleys and the echoes of its past seemed to promise something extraordinary. I wanted to experience it not from a tour bus, but by hitchhiking, relying on the kindness of strangers and letting the road decide my path. The Pamir Mountains, the roof of the world, dominate the landscape, with roads that cling to cliffs and wind through breathtaking valleys. Every turn seemed to offer a new perspective, a new challenge. The challenge was exactly what drew me in. I craved the feeling of being small in a vast, wild place, of testing my limits against nature. I believe the best journeys push you out of your comfort zone and into the arms of the unknown. That's where the real adventure begins. My plan was simple: fly into Dushanbe, stick out my thumb and see where the road would take me. No guidebooks, no rigid plans, just a willingness to say yes to whatever came my way. No strict itinerary, no list of hotels, just openness to whatever the journey offered. I wanted to let spontaneity lead, to embrace uncertainty. I wanted to meet the people who call this harsh, beautiful land home, to hear their stories and share a meal. I hoped to find connection in unexpected places. This was about more than reaching a destination. It was about the journey itself. Every step, every ride, every conversation would become part of the story. With a backpack and a heart full of nervous excitement, I set off. The unknown felt both thrilling and intimidating, but I was ready to embrace it all. I knew there would be challenges, long waits, language barriers, moments of doubt. There would be times when I questioned my decision, when the road felt endless. But I also knew there would be moments of pure magic, the kind that change you forever. The kind of moments that remind you why you travel in the first place. This is the story of that journey, of incredible landscapes, unexpected kindness, and the joy of trusting the road ahead. It's about letting go and discovering what you're truly capable of. I hope it inspires you to find your own adventure, wherever it may be. Let's begin this journey together. The Pamir Highway, officially known as the M41, is more than just a road. It's a vital lifeline that threads through the very heart of Central Asia, connecting remote communities and cultures across vast distances. Stretching for over 1,000 kilometers, this legendary route links Tajikistan's fertile lowlands with the high windswept plateaus that border Afghanistan, China, and Kyrgyzstan, serving as a crucial artery for trade and travel. The landscape here is truly immense: towering snow-capped peaks, shifting colors that change with the light, and endless plateaus where yaks graze beneath a sky so blue it almost feels surreal. The road itself is an engineering marvel, sometimes smooth and inviting, but more often bone-rattling, rough, and always dramatic as it carves its way through the mountains. Every twist and turn unveils a new, breathtaking vista, each more stunning than the last, making every kilometer a discovery. Along the way, you'll encounter ancient petroglyphs etched into stone, crumbling Buddhist stupas, and the haunting remains of Zoroastrian fire temples, silent witnesses to the Silk Road's rich and layered history. Small villages dot the route, home to resilient communities who have adapted to this harsh, high-altitude environment for centuries, preserving unique traditions and ways of life. Traveling the Pamir Highway is an emotional journey. There's awe at the sheer scale of the views, deep respect for the people who call this place home, and a powerful sense of being part of something ancient and timeless. It's not just a line on a map, it's a journey into the very soul of Central Asia, where every mile tells a story. The Pamir Highway challenges you, inspires you, and ultimately changes you, leaving a mark that lasts long after the journey ends. It's an adventure you'll never forget, a road trip that becomes a part of your story forever. Leaving Dushanbe, the modern capital, was the first real test. I took a bus to the city's edge, where the road began its climb into the mountains. My sign read, Korog, an ambitious destination. For an hour, nothing happened. The sun beat down, doubts crept in. Just as I considered giving up, an old Lada stopped. The driver, Rustam, a farmer, welcomed me with a smile. We communicated with gestures and laughter, sharing bread and cheese as the city faded into green hills and rocky gorges. Traditional Pamiri music played on the radio, setting the mood for my first real connection on the road. When we reached his village, Rustam insisted I join his family for tea. Their hospitality was overwhelming. Endless cups of sweet tea, fresh bread, and warm smiles. We spoke little, but kindness needed no translation. As I left to find my next ride, I felt deeply grateful. My journey had truly begun, and the kindness of strangers gave me the confidence to continue. After 2 days of hitchhiking, I arrived in Korog, a green oasis in the mountains. While resting in a park, I met Alisher, a university student proud of his Pamiri heritage. We talked about everything: culture, dreams, football. Alisher insisted I stay with his family, explaining a guest is a gift from God. His family welcomed me with open arms, sharing a feast of plov and stories about their region. We sat on cushions, laughing late into the night, bridging cultures with curiosity and warmth. That evening, I wasn't a tourist, I was a friend. The greatest treasures of travel aren't sights, but people. Sleeping on their floor, I felt more at home than in any hotel. Their generosity was unforgettable. In Korog, I learned the true meaning of hospitality. Leaving Korog behind, I entered the legendary Wakhan Valley, a remote corridor where Tajikistan and Afghanistan are separated only by the swift, icy Panj River. Here, the landscape feels both ancient and alive, shaped by centuries of history and the relentless flow of water. The road narrowed dramatically, clinging to the sheer mountainside with Afghan villages just a stone's throw away across the water. Sometimes I could see children playing or smoke rising from distant homes, a reminder of lives unfolding in parallel, separated only by the river's current. This was once a vital artery of the Silk Road, where traders, pilgrims, and explorers passed through. Ancient fortresses like Yamchun still stand guard over the valley, their weathered stones echoing with stories of empires and caravans long gone. I soaked in the Bibi Fatima hot springs, letting the mineral-rich waters ease my tired muscles as I gazed at the snow-capped Hindu Kush peaks. In that moment, surrounded by silence and steam, I felt a rare sense of pure peace and connection to the land. Hitchhiking here meant long, patient waits by the roadside, with only the wind and the endless mountains for company. Yet, the landscape itself became a constant companion, its beauty never failing to inspire awe. Each ride brought new stories: geologists mapping the earth, families heading home, even a motorbike adventure with a fellow traveler. Every encounter added a new thread to the tapestry of my journey. The Waki people welcomed me in every village, inviting me into their homes for tea and simple meals. Their warmth and hospitality bridged any language barrier. Their generosity was humbling. They shared what little they had with open hearts, reminding me that kindness thrives even in the most remote places. One night I stayed with a family, falling asleep to the soothing sound of the Panj River outside, the ever-present border between two worlds, yet also a lifeline connecting them. It was a powerful reminder. Borders may be drawn on maps, but our shared humanity is what truly connects us, reaching across rivers and mountains alike. The Wakhan Valley is a place where history, culture, and kindness collide, creating a tapestry as rich and varied as the landscape itself. My time here left a mark on my soul, a memory of a place where worlds meet and the human spirit endures. Hitchhiking in Tajikistan teaches lessons no guidebook can offer. Patience is everything, the road runs on Pamir time, and waiting becomes a chance to reflect and observe. Trust is essential. Trust that a ride will come, and trust in the kindness of strangers. Every driver who picked me up was generous and curious, reaffirming my faith in people. Flexibility is key. Plans change, roads close, and the best adventures often come from the unexpected. Resourcefulness and adaptability turn challenges into opportunities. Communication goes beyond words. A smile, a gesture, or sharing bread can build real connections. Even with limited language, I found friendship everywhere. Hitchhiking strips travel down to its essentials: openness, humility, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. These are lessons I'll carry for life. The road teaches you to listen with your heart. In Tajikistan, I learned that adventure is as much about people as it is about places, and that's what makes the journey unforgettable. Inspired to explore Tajikistan? Here's what you need to know. Safety? Tajikistan is very safe, but always let someone know your route and avoid hitchhiking after dark. Trust your instincts. If a ride feels wrong, politely decline. Respect local customs, dress modestly, remove shoes when entering homes, and always accept tea or food. A small gift from home is appreciated, but not expected. Communication. Russian is widely spoken, Tajik is official, and English is rare outside cities. Download a translation app and learn a few phrases. A smile and a friendly salam go a long way. Money hitchhiking is free, but it's polite to offer a contribution for fuel, especially on long rides. Carry small bills as change is hard to find in rural areas. Guest houses and homestays are affordable and support local communities. Traveling here isn't expensive, but the experience is priceless. Be open, be respectful, and you'll be welcomed everywhere. Tajikistan rewards the curious and the kind. Crossing into Kyrgyzstan, the Pamirs gave way to green hills and the ancient city of Osh. Standing in the bustling bazaar, I felt both accomplished and a little sad that the journey was over. Looking back, it wasn't just about the landscapes, it was about the people. Rustam's shared bread, Alisher's family, the children of the Wakhan Valley. These moments defined my journey. The mountains were spectacular, but the kindness I encountered changed me. In the Pamirs, I learned the value of interdependence and the beauty of vulnerability. Relying on others opened the door to unforgettable generosity. The road gave me more than I could have imagined: memories, gratitude, and a new perspective on travel and humanity. As I sipped my final cup of tea in Osh, I knew a part of me would always remain on that high, lonely road. The journey was over, but its lessons would last a lifetime. I hope my story has given you a glimpse of Tajikistan's magic and sparked your curiosity. Maybe you have a place calling your name, a journey you dream of. My advice: don't wait for the perfect time. Take that first step into the unknown. Adventure isn't about flawless plans, it's about saying yes to new experiences. You don't have to cross mountains. Adventure can be as simple as trying something new in your own city. Travel broadens horizons, challenges assumptions, and fills us with empathy. Journeys like this are why I travel and share these stories. If my words have inspired you, that means everything to me. Thank you for coming along on this adventure. So, what's your next chapter? Where will your road take you? Dream, pack your bag and go. The world is waiting with open arms. It's full of kind people, breathtaking landscapes, and life-changing experiences. Be safe, be open, and be adventurous.